Welcome to Dollar Side Hustle, your go-to podcast for all things side hustle.
Mm-hmm.
Today we're diving into, how to get a food business off the ground
Yeah.
when your budget's a little tight.
Right.
So we've got a ton of advice from people who've actually done this.
Yep.
And are now kind of sharing their wisdom.
Absolutely.
So let's jump into it. Imagine, you're a whiz in the kitchen.
Okay.
Got these recipes that people love.
Yeah.
But you're lacking that initial investment capital.
Sure.
What's the first move?
I think the first thing to do is start small
Okay.
and really focus on validating your concept.
Okay.
But prove to yourself that this is a viable business
Got it.
before you start, spending a lot of money.
So hold off on that fancy food truck for now.
Yeah. Yeah. For now.
Okay. So one thing that I saw in a lot of the stories was this idea of proving your product first.
Mm-hmm.
What does that look like?
So there was this one person who started a bread baking business right out of their garage.
Right.
And they just started, selling to their neighbors or friends, and then they built up this loyal following.
Oh, nice.
And eventually they were able to, expand into a shared bakery space.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah. There was another entrepreneur,
Okay.
and they were selling pizzas
Okay.
from their driveway
Wow.
using just this very inexpensive portable oven.
These stories are so inspiring.
Yeah.
It really proves that you can bootstrap your way to success.
You can.
So you mentioned proving the concept before investing.
Yeah.
What else should people be doing?
Well, building an online presence is crucial,
Okay.
especially for food businesses.
Makes sense.
Social media is key.
Okay.
Get those mouth-watering food pics out there.
Yeah, and engage with people.
Engage with your audience.
Right. Okay. I was reading about pre-orders and paid reservations.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
What's the thinking there?
so when you get paid up front,
Mm-hmm.
it minimizes your financial risk.
I see.
And then also you're only making what's been ordered.
Okay.
So you're not wasting food.
So less waste, more efficiency.
Exactly.
Okay. Now here's where things get interesting.
Okay.
These pop-ups.
Pop-ups, yeah.
So what's the deal with those?
Well, I think they're really appealing
Yeah.
because they offer a way to kind of bypass the high fixed costs.
Right. Like rent and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. Rent, utilities,
Mm.
you don't need a permanent location.
I see.
So you save a lot of money that way.
Plus they're fun.
And they're fun.
There's this kind of like cool, like exclusive.
Yeah, there's a buzz.
Yeah, a buzz. Yeah.
It's an event. It's not just a meal. Right. So one of the entrepreneurs actually talked about serving alcohol at their pop-ups,
Oh, wow.
which is interesting.
Yeah.
So we've got pop-ups, we've got online pre-orders.
Mhm.
What other low-cost avenues are out there?
Well, don't forget about, community spaces,
Right.
like farmers markets,
Right.
local fairs, festivals.
Yeah.
Those are great for exposure.
I was reading about this quesadilla vendor
Oh, yeah.
who was absolutely killing it at the farmer's market.
Amazing.
Yeah. So it's inspiring to see that you don't need a fancy restaurant
You don't.
to make this work.
No.
Okay. Let's talk partnerships.
Partnerships. Oh, yeah.
I saw some mixed opinions on this.
Yeah.
Like, so what's the deal?
Well, partnering with an existing business can be a good way to jumpstart your business,
Right.
but it requires careful consideration.
So what are some of the pros and cons we should be looking at?
Well, on the plus side,
Yeah.
you can tap into an existing customer base
Yep.
and an infrastructure.
So you're leveraging someone else's success.
Exactly. Yeah.
Smart.
But the catch is you've got to do your due diligence.
Yeah. Make sure it makes sense for both sides.
Right.
Okay. Now this term ghost kitchens, I've heard it,
Yeah.
but I'm not really sure.
So basically,
Yeah.
it's a professional kitchen
Okay.
that's designed only for delivery.
I see.
So there's no storefront.
Okay.
There's no dining area.
So it's like a virtual restaurant.
Yeah, like a virtual restaurant.
Interesting. So what are the advantages of that?
Well, you minimize your overhead costs,
Makes sense.
especially if you're focused on delivery.
Right.
You're sharing kitchen space and resources.
This is opening up a whole new world.
It is. It is.
Okay.
Hmm?
So let's talk marketing on a budget.
Hmm.
What are some cost-effective strategies?
Well, a lot of the most effective tools are actually free,
Okay.
like Google My Business,
Right.
social media platforms.
Yes.
Engage with your audience.
Right.
Post those mouth-watering photos.
Yeah.
Run contests. Get people talking about your food.
Word of mouth is king.
It is. It is.
Okay.
And
yeah.
then also,
Yeah.
don't be afraid to collaborate
Okay.
with other businesses
Yeah.
for mutual benefit.
Okay.
Offer referral programs, things like that.
I like it. Okay. So let's switch gears a bit and talk safety.
Okay.
A lot of our listeners might be working solo.
Right.
So what steps can they take?
Well, I think, one of the most important things
Yeah.
is to choose well-lit, populated areas.
Right. Safety in numbers.
Safety in numbers, exactly.
Okay.
Avoid isolated locations,
Especially if you're alone.
especially if you're alone, yeah.
Okay. What about tech?
Yeah, there's a lot of technology that can
Okay.
help.
Mhm.
Personal safety apps,
Right.
keep your phone charged,
Mm-hmm.
let someone know your schedule.
So it's like a virtual buddy system.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Invest in a security camera,
Okay.
even if it's a small one,
Makes sense.
just for that added layer of security.
Right.
And then also, think about partnering with local businesses.
Okay.
Maybe they have security measures.
Like a watchful eye.
Exactly. Yeah,
Okay. So we've covered a lot,
we have.
from proving your concept to, leveraging online tools
Mm-hmm.
and prioritizing safety.
Yeah,
It's clear there's a lot of ways to launch a food business
there are.
without a big upfront investment.
Absolutely.
So what are some of your final thoughts for our listeners?
Well, I think the key ingredients here are resourcefulness, creativity,
Okay.
and a real focus on building that loyal customer base.
I love that. It's all about the hustle, the heart,
Yeah.
and the delicious food.
It's a delicious food. Yeah.
So we'll be right back after a quick message
Okay.
with even more insights for launching your food business on a budget.
Sounds good.
Don't go anywhere.
We'll be right back.
Tired of the 9-to-5 grind? Check out this new $1,000 per day done-for-you website that generates automated income straight from your phone. It's simple to set up, takes just 15 minutes, and runs 24/7, earning for you while you relax. No experience needed, and it's available worldwide. Ready to start? Visit dollarsidehustle.com/cellphone income today. Done with the 9-to-5 grind and need a way to make extra cash? You can earn $20 to $50 an hour working from home on freelance tasks and projects. Set your own hours and work as much or as little as you like. No experience needed. We'll connect you with businesses looking for help with data entry, typing and writing, sales and marketing, customer service, online research. Ready to start? Visit dollarsidehustle.com/clickearners today.
Welcome back to Dollar Side Hustle.
Mm-hmm.
We're still talking food businesses
Yeah,
and how to get them going without spending a ton of money.
absolutely.
Before the break, we were exploring all these creative ways to launch a food business.
Yeah.
And one thing that really, really stood out to me
Okay.
was this idea of brand identity.
Oh, yeah, that's so important.
Yeah. Even if you're starting small,
Even if you're starting small, yeah.
it seems like having like a clear brand message,
Mm-hmm.
a killer logo, maybe even like a signature dish
Yeah, a signature dish, that's a good idea.
can really set you apart.
It can.
So how do we build a brand that's memorable?
Well, I think the key is to focus on what makes you unique.
Okay.
Do you have a special ingredient,
Right.
a family recipe,
Okay.
something that you can really weave into your brand story?
Like if your grandma's secret sauce is what makes your burgers legendary,
Exactly.
make that part of your story.
Exactly. People love that.
Yeah, they love the authenticity.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Another important tip
Yeah.
is consistency.
Okay.
So your brand should be recognizable
Right.
across all platforms.
Okay.
Your website, your social media, your packaging.
It's like a visual language.
Yeah, a visual language.
That speaks to your customer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've got our brand.
Yeah.
We're prioritizing safety.
What else are we missing?
The legal stuff.
Oh, yeah, the legal stuff.
Yeah.
Important.
Super important, yeah.
So I know this varies from place to place.
It does. It does.
But what are we talking about?
So, food handlers permits,
Right.
business licenses,
Okay.
maybe even zoning permits.
Oh, right. If you're working from home.
Yeah, if you're working from home, yeah.
It can seem kind of daunting,
It can.
but it's better to do it up front
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
than to run into trouble.
Definitely.
Okay. You also mentioned insurance.
Insurance, yes.
Not the most exciting topic,
Not the most exciting, no,
but important.
but important.
So what should people know?
Well, liability insurance is key.
Okay.
In case a customer gets sick
Right.
from your food.
It's all about mitigating risk.
Yeah, mitigating risk, exactly.
Okay. Any other types of insurance?
You might need property insurance to cover your equipment.
Right.
And maybe business interruption insurance.
Okay.
In case something happens.
Like a global pandemic.
Yeah, like a pandemic.
Which we've all learned
Yeah, we've all learned
can happen.
can happen.
Okay. Let's shift gears a little bit
Okay.
and talk customer service.
Customer service.
Super important.
Super important.
So what makes it so crucial?
Well, I think in the food industry, you're not just selling a product. You're selling an experience.
Okay.
And good customer service
Mm-hmm.
can turn a one-time buyer
Yeah.
into a loyal fan.
It's like that secret ingredient.
Yeah, it is.
What are some examples?
Well, remembering a regular's order,
Okay.
adding something, special to
Mhm.
their order,
Mm-hmm.
even just offering a genuine smile.
It's the little things.
It's the little things.
Okay. Let's talk pricing.
Pricing? Okay.
This is always a tricky one.
It is. It is.
So how do we find that sweet spot?
Well, I think one of the most common approaches
Right.
is to calculate your cost per serving.
So we're breaking down the cost of each dish.
Exactly.
Okay. And what factors go into that?
So it's not just your ingredients.
Yeah.
You got to factor in packaging,
Okay.
labor,
Right.
any other expenses
Okay.
that are associated with producing each dish.
So we're getting a clear picture of what it actually costs to make each dish.
Exactly.
Okay. And then what?
And then you add a markup
Okay.
to determine your selling price.
Right.
And that markup should cover, your profit margin,
Right.
your overhead costs,
Okay.
potential waste.
Okay. So how do we determine the right markup?
Well, researching your competitors
Okay.
can give you a benchmark. But ultimately, it should be based on your target market,
Right.
your brand positioning,
Okay.
and the perceived value of your food.
So if you're positioning yourself as like a premium
Yeah.
gourmet experience,
Right.
you can charge more
You can charge more.
than if you're going for like a more casual
Right.
everyday kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
And remember, pricing isn't set in stone.
It's not. It's
You can adjust.
You can adjust as you go. Yeah.
Okay.
And speaking of adjusting,
Yeah.
let's talk about, continuous learning.
Oh yeah, continuous learning.
Yeah.
We're all about that.
We are.
But what does that look like for a food business?
Well, it could be
Yeah.
honing your recipes,
Okay.
staying on top of food trends,
Right.
exploring new marketing strategies.
So it's not just about being a rock star in the kitchen.
It's not.
It's also about being a savvy business owner
Absolutely.
who's constantly evolving.
Exactly.
So how do we do that?
Well, attend industry events.
Okay.
Take online courses.
Right.
Connect with other entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Read industry publications.
Okay.
Even just trying out new restaurants.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
And observing what they're doing
Yeah.
can spark ideas.
I like that. It's like being a lifelong student
It is.
of the culinary arts.
Mm-hmm.
and the business of food.
Exactly.
Okay.
And as your business grows,
Yeah.
you might want to think about building a team.
Oh, building a team. That sounds a little intimidating,
It can be.
especially if you're just starting out.
Yeah.
What kind of team are we talking about here?
Well, I think the first step
Yeah.
is to identify the areas
Okay.
where you need the most support. Okay.
If you're great at cooking,
Right.
but not so great with numbers,
Right.
you might need an accountant
Okay.
or a virtual assistant.
To handle the financial stuff.
Exactly.
Oh.
Or if you're amazing at social media,
Right.
but you're not a great photographer,
Right.
you could hire a photographer.
To take those beautiful food photos.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's all about recognizing your strengths
Yeah.
and your weaknesses and building a team
Yeah.
that complements you.
That compliments you, yeah.
Okay.
And as your business grows,
Yeah.
you can expand your team
Okay.
to include,
Yeah.
chefs, servers, delivery drivers,
Right.
whoever you need.
To help you scale.
Exactly.
And so it's not just about hiring people.
It's not. Right.
It's about building a team
Yeah.
that shares your passion.
Yeah. And your values.
Your values, exactly.
Okay. Now let's talk about inventory.
Inventory. Okay.
This is a tough one.
It can be. It can be.
So how do we manage it effectively?
Well, I think the key principle here is to start small
Okay.
and scale gradually.
So we're seeing this theme
Yeah.
again.
It's important.
Start small, test, refine,
Yep.
scale.
Yeah, scale.
Okay. So don't overstock on ingredients.
Right. Don't overstock.
Especially the perishable ones.
Especially the perishable ones, yeah.
Okay.
Until you have a good understanding
Right.
of your demand.
So it's better to run out
It is.
than to throw out a bunch of spoiled food.
Exactly.
And as you get a better sense of your ordering patterns, you
Yeah.
can adjust.
You can adjust.
Okay.
Another tip is to track your inventory.
Okay.
Even if it's just a simple spreadsheet.
So we're not just eyeballing it.
No.
We're actually keeping track
Keep track, yeah.
of what's coming in and what's going out.
Exactly.
This helps you identify patterns,
It does.
anticipate shortages, minimize waste.
Minimize waste.
Okay. And speaking of minimizing waste,
Oh, yeah.
you mentioned relationships with your suppliers.
Oh, yeah. Those are crucial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why is that so important?
Well, having a good rapport with your suppliers,
Mm-hmm.
not only can you get better prices,
Right.
but you also have more flexibility with your orders.
So like if you need to make a last minute adjustment,
Right.
they're more likely to be accommodating.
They are.
If you've got a good relationship.
Exactly. Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay.
And speaking of relationships,
Yeah.
building a community.
Oh yeah, community building.
Yeah.
This is big. It's so important, yeah.
So how do we go beyond,
Yeah.
just serving food
Yeah.
and actually cultivate a loyal following?
Well, engage with your customers on social media.
Okay.
Host special events.
Right.
Participate in local food festivals. Even just strike up conversations
Okay.
with the people who come to your pop-up.
So be present, be accessible.
Be present, be accessible, yeah. Be interested
Yeah.
in your customer.
So it's about being
Yeah.
more than just a business owner.
It is.
It's about being a member
Yeah.
of the community.
Exactly.
And when people feel that connection,
Mm-hmm.
they're more likely to become,
Yeah.
loyal customers.
Loyal customers.
And advocates for your business.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. As we wrap up,
Yeah.
I think it's important to talk about resilience.
Resilience. Yeah.
Starting a food business.
Especially on a budget.
Right.
It's a marathon.
It is a marathon.
Not a sprint.
It's not a sprint.
And there will be challenges.
Yeah, there will be challenges.
There will be setbacks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Moments where you question everything.
Right. So it's not just about passion.
It's not.
It's about having that grit.
The grit. Yeah.
That ability to bounce back.
To bounce back.
So how do we cultivate that resilience?
Well, I think seeking support
Okay.
from other entrepreneurs is really helpful. You know,
Okay.
whether it's through online communities,
Right.
mentorship programs,
Right.
you know, just connecting with other people.
So it's like a support system.
It is. It is.
Okay.
Another tip is to celebrate those small victories.
Oh, yeah. Celebrate the small win.
Celebrate the small wins. Yeah.
Acknowledge your progress, however small it might be,
Yeah.
and use that to fuel your motivation.
Exactly.
Okay. So even if it's,
Yeah.
just perfecting a new recipe
Right.
or getting a positive online review,
Yeah.
take a moment to savor that.
Savor it. Yeah. And then finally,
Yeah.
remember that failure is a part of the journey.
Okay.
It's not the opposite of success.
I love that perspective.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't fear failure.
Don't fear it.
We should embrace it.
Embrace it. Yeah.
Okay, so we've covered a lot in this deep dive.
We have.
From starting small to building a strong brand
Yeah.
to prioritizing safety
Yeah.
to navigating legal stuff
Yeah.
to mastering customer service and pricing and inventory
Yeah.
and building a team and cultivating community
Yeah.
and embracing resilience.
It's been a lot.
It's been a lot.
Yeah.
And throughout all these discussions, I think one key takeaway has emerged,
Okay.
and that is,
Yeah.
the importance of embracing,
Yeah.
those limitations,
Yeah.
those obstacles,
The obstacles.
and
Yeah.
turning them into opportunities
Exactly.
for creativity and innovation.
Yeah.
So it's not about having, unlimited resources,
Right.
a bottomless budget.
Right.
It's about having the passion,
The passion.
the determination, and the willingness to learn and adapt.
To learn and adapt. Yeah.
Okay.
So with that in mind,
Yeah.
we'll be right back.
Okay.
Want to make $25 to $50 an hour just by writing reviews of apps on your phone or tablet? It's as simple as downloading apps, trying them out, and sharing your honest feedback. No experience needed, just a phone, a tablet, and some basic writing skills. If this sounds like your kind of gig, don't miss out. Paid reviewers are in high demand, and you can start earning right away. Ready to get started? Visit $sidehustle.com/review apps and start making money from your reviews today. Tired of spending hours on social media for free? What if you could actually get paid for it? If you've ever posted on Facebook, tweeted, or watched a YouTube video, you've already got what it takes. Companies are shelling out billions on social media, and now they're looking for people like you to upload content and keep things buzzing online. We're talking about jobs that pay up to $280 a day, or $35 an hour, to do what you're already doing. No fancy skills, just a connection, some basic posting, and you're good to go. Ready to turn scrolling into earning? Check out $sidehustle.com/social media jobs and start making money from your posts today.
To wrap up our deep dive
Okay.
into launching a food business on a budget.
Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Dollar Side Hustle. We've been talking about all these different ways to get a food business off the ground. And one area I really wanted to dig into is online food businesses.
Oh, yeah.
What exactly are we talking about here?
So, with delivery apps and online ordering, you don't necessarily need a physical storefront.
So are you saying I could run a restaurant from my kitchen?
You could, yeah.
Wow. What are some examples of what people are doing?
I mean, people are selling baked goods,
Okay.
pre-ordered meal kits,
Okay.
all online.
That's amazing. And I'm assuming the startup costs are a lot lower
Oh, much lower.
than a traditional restaurant.
Much lower.
So what are some of the things people need to be prepared for?
Well, I think you need to be, pre-tech savvy.
Okay.
You're going to be relying on a lot of, online platforms
Right.
for everything.
So basic computer skills aren't gonna cut it.
Probably not, no.
Okay.
You also need to be really organized
Okay.
and efficient.
You're essentially handling everything yourself.
Yeah,
From taking orders
Right.
to packaging to delivery.
definitely not for the faint of heart.
No.
but I can see how it would be really rewarding,
It is. It is.
especially when you start seeing those positive online reviews.
Right.
So speaking of online reviews,
Yeah.
how do we manage our reputation online?
Well, you got to be proactive.
Okay.
Monitor your reviews.
Okay.
Respond to feedback.
Right.
Always try to provide exceptional customer service.
Because word of mouth is everything.
It is, especially online.
Right. So let's talk marketing.
Marketing, okay.
For these online food businesses.
Yeah.
What are some effective strategies?
Well, social media
Okay.
is a great place to start.
Right.
Create engaging content,
Right.
beautiful photos of your food,
Mm-hmm.
run contests,
Okay.
giveaways.
I like it. Collaborate with food bloggers,
Oh,
influencers.
I like that. What else?
Don't forget about email marketing.
Email marketing.
Yeah.
I thought that was a thing of the past.
No. Build an email list.
Okay.
Send regular updates,
Okay.
about your menu.
Right.
Special offers.
Okay.
Maybe some behind the scenes.
Right.
Of your business.
So it's like a direct line of communication
Exactly. Yeah.
with your customers.
With your customers. Yeah.
Okay. I think it's important to remember
Yeah.
that food brings people together.
It does.
But how do we translate that
Yeah.
to the online world?
Well, think about virtual cooking classes,
Okay.
personalized meal planning,
Okay.
maybe even online communities.
So it's about
Yeah.
creating a shared experience,
Exactly.
even if it's virtual.
Even if it's virtual.
Okay, so we've explored all these different strategies
Mm-hmm.
for launching a food business on a budget.
Yeah.
And I think the main takeaway
Yeah.
is that,
Mm.
it's not about having a lot of money.
It's not.
It's about having the passion,
Passion, yeah.
the resourcefulness,
Mhm,
the
yeah.
willingness to learn.
To learn and adapt.
Yeah.
To overcome those obstacles.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
what's that final thought?
So as you start your journey,
Mm-hmm.
remember that your most valuable asset
Okay.
isn't your money.
Okay.
It's your story.
Our story.
Yeah.
Explain that.
Every food business has a story.
Okay.
What's your passion?
Yeah.
What's your inspiration?
Right.
What makes your food special?
Right.
What makes it, memorable?
So it's not just what we're selling.
No.
It's why we're selling it.
It's why. Exactly.
So as we build our menus,
Mhm.
design our logos,
Yeah.
build our online presence.
Yeah.
We need to weave that story in
That be in
because it's that story,
Yeah.
that human connection
exactly.
that really makes you stand out.
It does.
So think about your own culinary story.
Yeah.
What's your passion?
Mhm.
What's your dream?
Yeah.
And how can you turn that
Yeah.
into a reality?
Absolutely.
Even if you're starting on a tight budget.
Even on a tight budget.
And don't forget to like and subscribe
Yes.
to our channel for more deep dives
Mm-hmm.
into the world of side hustles.
Right.
And be sure to check out the links
Yes.
in the description
Mm-hmm.
for some awesome side hustle resources.
Yes.
Some of those are affiliate links,
Right.
and the commissions help keep this channel running.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us,
Thanks for having me.
and happy hustling.
Happy hustling.
Hustling.
Happy hustling.
Hustling.
Happy hustling.
Hustling.
Happy